And so we return to the Anju Kafei side quest again! On day 2, we gave the Pendant of Memories to Anju in the Stockpot Inn so that she will not run away when the moon falls. Kafei was hiding out inside a house in the laundry pool and saw Sakon the Thief inside the Curiosity Shop. Gasp! The game is a little bit vague about what you need to do at this point, but at 1 PM on the 3rd day, the building in the laundry pool unlocks. You want to head up the stairs and meet up with the Curiosity Shop owner, who explains what's going on. Alright, so Kafei went to Ikana Canyon. You want to use your ocarina to chase after him. But if you do not have that owl statue in Ikana Canyon, you're going to have to go through East Termina Field, use Epona to jump over the fences in Ikana Valley, and wear the Garo's mask and use the hookshot to get up and enter Ikana Canyon. If you can't do that, or don't know how, then you should refer to the end of Chapter 7, where you can see how I did that. Once you make it to Ikana Canyon, you want to go to the far southeast corner of the map and then run along the skinny path here along the water, and at the far end you'll reach some rocks, and hiding behind them is our blue-haired friend with the red eyes. After listening to his plight, you want to play the Song of Double Time to take you to the night of the final day, when Sakon returns to his hideout. You want to stay behind the rocks, because if he sees you, you'll ruin the whole side quest up until this point, and you'll have to start over. At around 7 PM, Sakon opens the door to the hideout and runs inside. Kafei follows after him, and we regain control. The door only stays open for a little while, so quickly follow suit and enter the hideout yourself. There are very few times in the Zelda series where you're actually able to control a character other than Link, and this is one of those situations. Using Kafei, you have to solve this switch puzzle. Just remember that you don't actually have to step on the switches yourself, you can simply press them down with one of the blocks to save time. You're moving the blocks around anyways, so you might as well press them on top of the switch. Now the goal is to push the blocks with Kafei and kill enemies as Link. With the Gilded Sword and Great Fairy's Sword, it should be amazingly easy for you to kill them. As Link, you have a single Deku Baba to kill, not much to say about it, just stab it and it should die pretty quick. As Kafei, we now have a more complicated puzzle. The red switches will speed up the conveyor belt while the yellow ones will slow it down. You want to touch the yellow switch one last time and then touch the blue switch. This gives us the most amount of time to complete these puzzles. As Link, the next room contains 2 Deku Babas at once. Again, they're pathetically easy, you should have no problem with them. As Kafei, you want to step on the yellow switch again to slow things down, and then the last room is fairly complex. There's a lot of different ways to solve this, and personally, I like to slow it down repeatedly. However, my goal here is to push a block onto both the yellow switch and the blue switch. This will keep the conveyor belt moving slow the entire time, or at least until you step on the red one. But this way, the yellow switch is staying pressed down even while we're controlling Link. Speaking of Link, now that we're controlling him, we have a Wolfos to defeat. The easiest way to do this is to Z-target it, then wait for it to attack, and then back up and press A to use a jump attack on its tail, which will kill it in a single hit. As Kafei, you may want to run through the red switch, but don't worry, this is the end of this puzzle. You want to step on the switch here, regain control of Link, step on the switch on that side. And I must say, this is quite an elaborate puzzle defense thing that Sakon has put together. Kind of weird because it requires 2 people to complete and, stop the stuff from dying, and Sakon works alone. Like, if he trips his own defenses, how does he stop his stuff from being incinerated or whatever, you know what I mean? Unless it just falls into a hole and then he can just pick it up later or something, I don't know. Anyway, Kafei winds up with the Sun Mask, and after that he runs all the way back to Clock Town. Once you regain control of Link, you want to use the Song of Soaring to head back to town yourself. If you remember back when we spoke with the Curiosity Shop owner earlier today, he gave us the special delivery to Mama, which is for Madame Aroma, the one who initiated this whole side quest. There's actually 2 different ways to deliver the letter, and each of which leads to a different reward that we can acquire. Because we helped Kafei in this 3-day cycle, there's actually one that's a better option. You want to head over to West Clocktown and enter the post office, and you can speak with the postman here. Now, I just want to point out while I'm speaking to the wall here that you can see that he only goes out for deliveries late at night. Because this is a special delivery, you have to hand it to him in person in order for this to work. You can't put it in a mailbox, it won't let you. Also, I'm just pointing out that he has a letter on the bed that it shows you that he, in fact, wants to flee himself, but mail is a higher priority to him. So, anyway, speak with him, and then once it prompts you, you want to give him the special delivery to Mama. So now you can just follow the postman all the way over to East Clocktown, and he takes a little while, but once he gets there, he will reach the Latte Milk Bar. And you don't see him needing any membership. You can enter the milk bar if you want. You're going to need the Romani's mask in order to do so. And inside you can witness his conversation with Madame Aroma, but it's totally optional. It's not required. Our goal is actually to meet up with the postman just outside the door after he has delivered the letter. So once he's done handing that to her, he will go back outside. So follow him back outside, and he will wait by the exit for a few moments. You want to talk with him right now, and he is fleeing, so he is relinquishing his position, so he will then gift you with the postman's hat. Be free, postman, be free! And thus, he became the Running Man. Just kidding. That's all we had to do here, so instead of playing the Song of Time, you actually want to wait. You see, we are now waiting for Kafei to arrive from Ikana Canyon, because he's been traveling this entire time. I guess shotgun is not an option available on the wings of the Song of Soaring, but anyway, he shows up at around 2 hours remaining, and he will run all the way to the Stockpot Inn, and the door is actually unlocked now. You don't actually have to fly up with the Deku Flower, so that's nice. So you want to follow him upstairs and enter the Employees Only room, which is now unlocked. Inside, you can speak with Anju if you wish, and she will just explain that she's waiting for Kafei, and I just want to point out that she has her wedding dress here and the Moon's Mask. So if you spoke with the townspeople in Clocktown, and also in particular if you read Kafei's diary in the mayor's residence, there's little hints about this throughout the game, but they aren't very too clear about this, but the people of Clocktown each create a mask for the Carnival of Time. They make them when they're young, so that everybody has their own mask, their own unique mask that they wear for the carnival, and so they're supposed to be wearing it on the carnival, which is tomorrow. However, even during the credits where they show the carnival, you don't actually see anybody wearing any masks, even though they're supposed to be wearing them when they're partying away. Technical issue, I guess. But anyway, Anju and Kafei, they promised each other that they were going to create their masks and such, and then they were going to exchange them and give them to each other on the eve of the Carnival of Time, and they were going to exchange masks as well as exchange marriage vows. And so That is why Kafei had to run off and go find the sun mask, because that is basically her wedding ring, that he lost it. That kind of sucks. If he plans on marrying her, he kind of needs the ring, so that's a big deal. And that's why we were doing this whole quest. Alrighty, so apparently they combined the sun mask and moon mask to create this eclipse mask, or something. I think it's very strange that they went through all this trouble to get both masks here, sacrificing their very lives, and they're just going to give the mask away, you know what I mean? Like, there was so much effort to do all that, and Kafei, like, chase people around and stuff, I don't know. It's quite the memento, and you did help get them together, so I guess we kind of earned it, sad as it all is, but... Anyway, at this point, we are seriously low on time. You can open the chest here to get 100 rupees, and you can swing over to the bank and deposit that 100 rupees if you like, but I'm just going to play the Song of Time. We aren't quite done with this side quest just yet, so join me for the next video, and I will show you how to get the remaining prizes.